Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be racing the 1969 British Grand Prix at Silverstone. But first, please like and subscribe. We'll be making more content. We're going to drive John Surtees racing car, the BRM, and we're going to be racing the original circuit, as you can see there. This circuit ran from 1952 through to 1974. This is the year that every team started to apply downforce in their cars with rear wings and front wings to increase cornering speeds. This had a huge effect. The previous lap record up until 1969 was a 1:25.1 Mercedes. The qualifying time for the 1969 Grand Prix went down to a 1:20.8, almost 5 seconds quicker. Of course, Surtees was the only driver to win the World Motorcycle and Formula One World Championship. The race itself didn't go well for Surtees, who retired on lap 1, but we're going to recreate this. We're going to see if Stewart and Rindt can still have a battle, if Hicks can be up there, and we'll see how the Ferraris get on as well. Let's have a look at the qualifying times. So you can see us in 11th, comparing that to the qualifying position in the 1969 race. We've got Jochen Rindt on the front row of the grid. We've got Jackie Stewart there in 3rd place versus 2nd in 1969. Denny Hulme was in 3rd. We've got him in 4th. Jackie Hicks was in 4th. He's down in 7th. Chris Amon was in 5th, he's in 6th in our race. John Surtees was in 6th, he is in 8th in our race. Bruce McLaren, who started in 7th, he's in 10th in our race. And then Pierre Courage, who's in 10th in 1969, he's in 5th in our race. So we're going to get ready to start and we're going to roll out for 10 laps. Let's see how we get on.
Here we go, don't focus up.
Miss the start. Oh, almost. Oh god, a couple of cars on the grass there. Who's that? Oh, Hicks had a bad start. There we go, we've got Rodriguez just in front of us. Pedro Rodriguez qualified in 8th back in 69, made a great start, got up to 5th on the first lap.
Jackie Stewart was the favourite, but everyone was chasing the Flying Scot, including Mexican driver Pedro Rodriguez, number 12.
Slow round there. Really slippery at the start. Got John Surtees in 6th there. He actually retired on lap 1 in 1969.
Surtees, who had made a terrific start in the new BRM P139, came into the pits at the end of the first lap with collapsed front suspension.
See the grandstands there, the old style grandstands, and the old pits. Get through it. No. Still a little bit slippery. Jackie Hicks just behind us. Oh, look at that. It's got a bit of a slingshot through there.
Hold on, Tim.
McLaren.
Keep it up.
Down to 9th. Managed to get past Rodriguez in that Ferrari. Right up ahead, you can see in the far distance, you can see Rindt ahead of Stewart. He actually retired, Hulme retired with a broken camshaft at half distance. Looks like he's went up the road there in 4th.
Hulme remaining some 23 seconds back in 3rd, before the pace told on his McLaren, and he retired with a broken camshaft.
posts out. That's
Alright, Tim, the next car is
process.
A1.
Hit those earlier on today. They managed to take the front suspension out.
Watch your left, make them do the work.
Oh, Rodriguez is desperate to get past in that Ferrari. Rindt still ahead of Stewart. It's just,
Rodriguez.
yeah, let's just sneak by. Can we get him? No.
That's your quickest lap in this session. Yeah, nailed that fucker.
He's got some good pace, Rodriguez, actually. I think we might actually be catching up with Hume. Just
A1
ahead.
ahead is now 0.9.
Simon's just lost contact with teammate John Surtees there. Rodriguez through again. Pierre Courage nipped ahead of us there. Starting going backwards here. Rindt still ahead of Stewart. Just like the battle in 69. Heyman's caught back up with Surtees. Not going to be brave enough to go through there, take us all out.
P8, your quickest lap in this session.
McLaren was chasing Stewart early on, but is completely out of the picture now in 11th in this race. Right, managed to get past Chris Amon, so John
Okay, Tim, you're
just
really
ahead.
Surtees.
Rodriguez
Gaps
looks
now,
like
1.6
Chris
seconds.
Amon's going backwards a little bit. X in 10th, trying to get past into 9th.
The gap to Rodriguez behind is now 0.6. Fuel looks good.
Cars
Sixth
really
place. What's your best lap in the session?
just under 500 horsepower. Can really feel it on the tyres. Just got to be so careful. That throttle just feathering it, feeling the grip come and go.
Be distracted to defend your position.
Definitely has. You can feel a little bit of downforce there. Just on the corners, but nothing on these slow ones at all. It's a real race. There's a real battle up here between Hulme, Brabham and Surtees. Need to get on the back of that now. So we got Eamon and Rodriguez just behind us. They actually both retired. I think Eamon had gearbox issues, I think, drive shaft issues possibly, and Rodriguez blew his Ferrari up. So yeah, both of them retired, didn't finish in their Ferraris.
Then Eamon went out, his Ferrari's transmission completely destroyed, quickly followed by teammate Rodriguez with a blown engine.
To get this right through here, yeah, it's really easy just to sort of understeer. No runoff here, straight onto the grass. If you come off on the outside here on the left hand side, you can see the catch fences. Those catch fences were there right up until the mid 1980s. Used to use those for the cars and the motorbikes back in those days. Oh God, Rodriguez behind me again. Pulled away from Eamon. X is challenging, looks like he's challenging Eamon now for 8th behind us. So yeah, look at that, Rindt. Still ahead of Stewart, of course, in the race in 69. Rindt had to go in the pits. Jackie Stewart pulled alongside him and told him his rear wing was about to come off. Rindt went in the pits, tightened the rear wing up, got going again. I think he only lost about 30 seconds, plus the pit stop in and out time, although in those days there weren't any speed limits in the pits, and he then started to run out of fuel and had to go in again.
Stewart suddenly appeared in the lead. Rindt had had a rear wing come loose and called at the pits to have it fixed, losing a total of 24 seconds. Then he started to run out of fuel and had to make a splash and dash fuel stop, and this dropped him to 4th.
Definitely get 3rd here. Not going to catch Stewart and Rindt up, but I mean, back in 69, I think Stewart actually, talk about how the racing's not close enough now, or the there's not enough passing, but in those days, half the field used to not finish, or in this case, I think Stewart finished a lap ahead of everyone, and then the first two to sort of 4th place drivers, I think, were a lap down, and then people were like 2 laps, 3 and 4 laps down, which is crazy. I suppose, people breaking down gives more jeopardy to the racing. Oh look, Jack X is up to 9th now. Will he finish 8th? Oh, it's gone wide there. 1 more lap after this for Simon.
The car in front of us is now Rodriguez.
Should be alright from him, but Rodriguez didn't go. Stewart now in the lead. Ahead of Rindt. John Surtees, where would he have finished back in 69? He'd finished 3rd, quite possibly if he didn't have a problem with the car.
7 seconds. 7th position, last lap.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I can't do that. Going to take us both out there. pulling away from the cars behind now. Oh, it's got a bit of traction out of there. I tell you what, old Rodriguez had some good pace, just like he did at the start in '69. They went up from 8th to 5th. Was driving well, and yeah, ended up not finishing. Same with Chris Amon, and that's Stewart taking the win, just as he did in '69.
So Stewart took his 5th win in 6 races, and nobody could now deny him his first World Championship, with the season only half run.
E7, and there's the finish. Good result, mate, well done.
And that's us. Oh, in 7th. I tell you what, that circuit is really, really good fun. It's the old circuit. It's fast all the way around. These cars are a lot smaller than the Formula 1 cars of today. A lot shorter wheelbases, narrower too, less downforce. Really, really good fun to drive. You can slide them around. You have to be really careful because yeah, very, very easy to get it wrong. No traction control, carburetors, no injection, no electronic controls of any sort, which means that so yeah, really, well, as far as a simulator can be, a very, very raw experience versus modern day cars. There, John Surtees. And this, of course, was a year that Jackie Stewart won the Formula 1 World Championship. In fact, this race put him so far ahead of everybody else. There was only points from 1st to 6th in those days. I think at this stage, you know, he had probably maybe close to 50 points. I think the next driver had in the region of about 17 points. So yeah, had a huge lead in percentage terms, and yeah, secured the overall World Championship. So let's have a look at the results, compare them to 1969. So yeah, look at the results. Yeah, Jackie Stewart ahead. Yeah, look at that, 1 lap ahead of all these other drivers. Jackie X benefited from Stewart and Rindt, who finished 4th. Finished 2nd, which is his rightful place in our race. John Surtees 3rd. Got Denny Hulme, who didn't finish in '69 in 5th, which is probably where he would have finished. Pedro Rodriguez again didn't finish. We've got Chris Amon there in 8th. Chris Amon, you can see there, in Rodriguez retired, finished 11th, all classified. The next closest, we've got Jackie X in 2nd versus 10th. Joe Siffert from Switzerland, 11th in our race, and he finished 8th and benefited from some of those drivers not finishing. He was 3 laps down. And we've got Jean-Pierre Baltois in 9th, and Jean-Pierre finished 9th in our race. So there's 2 drivers that finished where they did in 1969, JP Baltois and Jackie Stewart. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.